the Philippines was indeed badly affected by Typhoon Haiyan, which is one of the strongest typhoons in recorded history. Thousands of lives lost and millions of people were left homeless. As Filipinos, even if we are far away from home, we ask ourselves, what can we do? And as a community, together with other nationalities, how can we help? How can we contribute? So today, Fil-Australians, or the Association of Filipinos and Fil-Australians in UQ, presents this seminar to promote public awareness on climate change impacts, policies, and response measures at national and international levels. And at the end of the day, we hope to provide some recommendations for urban planning and development in typhoon-affected areas. From the title itself, Aftermath of Typhoon Haiyan, What Now, What's Next? We'll learn about the current status of the badly hit areas from Dr. Durley, who is a local of Tacloban, Leyte.
Best practice and good examples are not far away. No need to reinvent the wheel. We just have to be more diligent and open our eyes wider because the solutions are actually out there. It's just, how to contextualize it and use it within, well, in this example, Tacloban City.
We'll gain more insights from Dr. Sonia and Misaka about how we can move forward effectively through disaster reconstruction strategies.
What we are trying to do is how you provide some sort of comfort to the people who are dealing with this problem.
Finally, the whole idea is to connect disaster recovery or disaster reconstruction, environmental sustainability, and recovery of livelihoods.
We'll also hear from Commissioner Yeb Sanyo, who is the lead negotiator of the Philippines on UN climate talks, about the real challenge when we speak about climate change.
We did not get what was necessary to save the climate. But from Warsaw, we actually got something better than what we ever imagined to be politically possible. That loss and damage mechanism was built, and it paved the way for a new understanding of climate change. And for the Philippine delegation, as we stand proudly representing millions of Filipinos who confront climate change head-on, we live to fight another day, and we will go back. We will go back and be the voice for the voiceless. We will continue to stand up for what is right and continue to stand up for the future. Again, the window of opportunity is closing in on us. It is a very small window, and we must take action immediately, as the time to act is now. We need to do it both at the international level and at the local level, as the climate change battle will be won or lost at the grassroots.
And lastly, we'll know more from Dr. Chris' presentation that extreme weather events like Typhoon Haiyan can have policy implications on other countries as well, like here in Australia.
So I'd just like to wrap up. I really like this quote from the late Nobel Peace Laureate from Kenya, Wangatru Mutamathi, who said, "We cannot protect the environment unless you empower people, you inform them, and you help them understand that these resources are their own and they must protect them." I think that has got to be our core way of the future, that we build climate policies and the solutions not only to the recovery from this terrible event in the Philippines and empowering people with better reconstruction, but also in the face of the failure to address climate change, we need to be continually coming back to this point about empowering people. That's where the solution has to lie.
As we reflect this question that has been put forward here, what else we could or we should do? Let's think globally, let's think holistically, but we act locally rather, bio-rebuilding and making the affected areas less and less vulnerable to future disasters and calamity. Let's time to think. Let's time to think long-term. Now, besides the short-term initiatives we have to consider families and community needs to build a more resilient, a livable community rather, which can better withstand future disasters and calamity.